This is my fight prediction with Robeisy Ramirez versus Brandon Benitez. It's gonna be a very good fight. I think Ramirez is gonna come into this fight with a chip on his shoulder. I'm just gonna tell you right off the bat. I think he's gonna try to go for a knockout. He's trying to make a statement. He's not gonna try to make this a 10-round fight. He's gonna try to go in there and shut it down. Benitez is the type of style that you can basically get in there with, and he's gonna try and win this fight as well. Benitez is not. He's not a bum. He's not a journeyman. He's the guy who's trying to be a contender. He's trying to make some things happen right now. This is a huge opportunity for him. He's looking at Ramirez the same way Ramirez is looking at him. Like, this is our opportunity. Right now, they're not looking at each other as stepping stones, but they got to treat each other as such just because of what's on the line. There's a lot on the line in this fight. If Ramirez can go in there and shut down Benitez, this will be a huge opportunity for him to get back in the driver's seat. Ramirez is trying to get his face back at the top of the division. If he doesn't, you can have a guy like Inoue come in this time next year and kind of shut everything down. And if Inoue shuts everything down by next year, it's going to be hard to try to get in a position to fight him. Because by the time he gets to the featherweight division, I'm pretty sure he's not going to be trying to go around and actually fight contenders much. But it could be a position like that where he fights contenders. But in my mind, until that happens, I feel like he'll go in there and try to fight mostly champions. But at the end of the day, we'll see. Ramirez got to put himself back in that position. And I think with his hand speed, his power, Benitez is going to have a problem. I think Benitez has very good hand speeds, very fast. He drops his hands a lot of times, which Ramirez does as well. They can both catch each other in this point. I don't feel like Benitez lacks power. I just feel like he lacks, not going to say IQ, but he does take a lot of risk in exchanges. He wins a lot of exchanges, but with a guy like Ramirez, if you exchange with him too long, he will get you out of there. He will drop you. So I think the risk of actually doing that would be. And then another thing is Benitez, he throws a light jab, but he really doesn't throw a consistent jab. So these guys are going to be going for punch in exchanges. And if you've seen what Ramirez has had difficulty with, it's usually a guy who can consistently jab and move and turn corners and angles. If you can't do that consistently throughout the fight, then you're definitely not going to have a chance to win. You actually gotta be able to get off the canvas and be able to fight. Because once Ramirez get guys on the canvas, they don't usually get up like Espinoza. And so if Ramirez can kind of keep that jab going throughout the fight, which he doesn't use much, but he will use, and throw that left hand. He usually likes to throw that left hand, and then time the right hook up with it, like a combination almost. And that's something that works very well as a skill. Ramirez does an excellent job throwing that right hook. He has a lot of power in it, but that left hand is where the equalizer. That's basically where he gets all his knockouts from. And if you can kind of stay away from that left hand, you can have much of a chance. But guys really don't. I don't know why. Guys get in the fights with Ramirez, and they just forget about the left hand, don't care. They're so focused on their offense, and it turns bad. And with a guy like Benitez, he throws combinations, but he hangs in the pocket too much, and he throws a lot of punches from his hips. So that's not going to be a good strategy for a guy like Ramirez. Ramirez is too dangerous for guys to be getting in the ring and try to throw punches from the hip. And if that's your strategy throughout the whole fight, you're going to have some trouble. So if Ramirez can actually go in there and throw some punches to the body on Benitez, just let him be known that it's not going to be easy and that you can go punch for punch with him, which I think Ramirez will be able to do. But Benitez is he's going to win a couple of rounds. He's going to make it difficult for Ramirez. So I definitely like what Benitez brings to the table. Very good combinations. Has a strong left hook, right hook. He throws them to the body. Then he'll go up top. He'll throw 4 or 5 punches, and 4 of them be hooks. So he definitely is capable of putting some punches together. But I gotta go with Ramirez on this fight just because I feel like he's gonna be hungry. Um, I feel like he's definitely gonna be hungry in this fight, and I feel like Benitez is gonna give him a lot of opportunities for a knockout. So I would go with Ramirez with a possible KO in this fight. Um, I would say around the seventh round, I would go with Ramirez knockout. Gonna be a very good fight. It's gonna be in Miami. He's gonna be able to uh, fight in front of the same fans he fought in front of last time. And I know he want to redeem himself in front of his home crowd, so it's definitely gonna be a good fight. But that's all I got, man. Like and subscribe.